So after Teofimo Lopez dissed Terence Crawford time and time again, as if Crawford was the one who stole his girl, from calling Bud a monkey to the N-word with the hard ER. I mean, he tried to provoke Crawford time and time again by dissing his entire race in the process, showing his true colors. Teo and Ryan then came out of the closet. Crawford finally had enough of Teo because he was dissing him directly, not just his entire race. That's when Crawford came out asking Teo for his location. Crawford responded to Teo by asking him, "Where you at? So I can F you up. You said you will fight me for free. Then let's fight, since it's not about the money. At this point, it's personal." Well, Teofimo Lopez refused to give Crawford his location. However, he wouldn't stop dissing Crawford until Crawford ran up on him. Then all of a sudden, we saw a photo with Crawford and Teo online. It threw everyone off. Why would Crawford take a picture with the second racist boxer in the sport of boxing, since Ryan is already the undisputed pound for pound most racist boxer of all time? So after that, Crawford ran up on Teo on video, asking Teo, "Why was you dissing me? Tell the people why was you dissing me." And that's when Teo said, "I was just doing it for promotion." And Crawford let him slide. He said, "Well, I don't gotta F him up." And then he shook Teo's hand. At the end, Teo was asking Crawford, "Can we at least spar?" And then Crawford just ignored him, but he shook his hand at the end instead of smacking it, because Teo came out stating, "If you think I'm a racist, then don't interview me. If you think I'm a racist and you don't like a person like me who hates all the black people all around the world simply because they have a different skin tone," Teo calls them the N-word with the hard ER. Teo said, "Don't shake my hand." That's why Crawford had no business shaking his hand and being on camera with him, taking a picture and all. It doesn't matter if you punked him. It doesn't matter if you squashed the beef with him. The guy said, "If you don't like me saying the N-word with the hard ER, insulting people, then guess what? Don't interview me and don't shake my hand." Which is why Crawford had no business doing it. All Crawford should have done was smack his hand and let him know, "If you come 1 foot toward me, you're going to go to sleep." And leave it at that. I mean, we know Teo is not going to cross that line. Even the race fans know Teo is not going to cross that line with Bud, since he refused to cross that line with Keyshawn, even though he knocked out his own father in front of him for saying the same exact word, the N-word. Let's be real. If you see your dad get jumped, beat up, knocked out, smoked, doesn't matter. You can be a punk and you will turn to Superman. I never seen someone watch his dad get jumped and knocked out while he's just watching as if he's watching a movie. 3D. You see, all that energy Teo has for the black community and Crawford calling him the N-word with the hard ER. Why he don't have that same passion for his own family, protecting them? Teo got his priorities messed up. He cares more about insulting and making other races not comfortable in their own skin instead of protecting his own family, his own dad, even though he's a fighter. It sounds like Teo is not comfortable in his own skin. He's a fighter, but he won't fight back. Watching his dad get jumped, that's a different type of fear Keyshawn put in this man. But he acting as if he want to smoke with Bud while he's shaking in his boots from Keyshawn, the second coming of Bud. That being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you was in Bud's shoes, would you have handled the Teo situation differently? If so, how? Subscribe below and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What up with it, baby?
Hey, tell him what you told me.
What I tell you?
What you doing it for?
Oh, promotion, baby.
Alright. So I ain't gotta
But we should spar.
I ain't gotta up.
We should spar. I would like to. Come on, I want to spar with you though. Alright, how about that? We clap it up? Alright, bet.
We out.
Y'all just don't do y'all research. They said the first fucking human being, hold on, brother. They said the first one was a monkey named Lucy.
You Afro-Latino? You Afro-Latino?
I'm everything, bro. I'm God. I'm sent by God.
That's the best way to promote boxing, by doing making these comments?
No. But it's boxing. Everything should go.
Yeah, but racism is not boxing.
I'm not racist.
Well, why you say racist?
That's not racist. It's how y'all take it. It's how you guys take it. A banana's potassium.
Come on, man.
You guys portray an item that's being, what is it? What is it called? Not superficial. What is it? You know how they have things that, stereotypes. You guys added the stereotype. All I did, the same thing with the banana eating and laughing at it. You guys thought that I said that shit.
Why you say apple or something?
Huh?
Why you say apple or something? Why you
An
gotta
apple?
be banana?
I got an apple.
But why you ain't say that? You said
What
banana.
you mean? A banana?
Yeah, you can say any fruit.
Any fruit. The darker the deeper the, okay, how does it go about Tupac? All right, it says the darker the flesh, the deeper the roots, right?
The darker the berry, the deeper the roots, yeah.
Okay, but the darker the flesh, black is, Jesus was black. What am I talking about?